Hello, and welcome to the 11th episode of Ringside Rivalries Slam Stories. I'm Michelle Miller.
And I'm Victoria Valentine.
Hello, Victoria. How are you?
Hello. I am doing quite well today. A little tired, but that doesn't matter because now it sounds like we're about to have a good time. How about you?
Oh, I am doing fantastic. And you're right. We are about to have a great time because I'm going to tell you all, we have one hell of a personality sitting backstage. We are so excited to finally be able to sit down with this gentleman and get a chance to speak with him because I say it every episode, and I'm sure you're tired of it, but I'm going to say it again. Those events are crazy. They're busy. These guys are out there preparing themselves to go out there and give you that entertainment that you want. So the last thing we want to do is lasso them and bother them. So when they agree to come on and join our chaos here at Ringside Rivalries, we are not only appreciative, but just so very grateful that they agree to come on and talk to us. So why don't we talk a little bit more about who that person is, shall we? We have with us today the founder and CEO of Dex Block Studios out of Evansville, Indiana, Billy McNeal. Now, I don't know if you're familiar or not with them, but I promise you're going to want to be, and you will be after this episode. But Mr. McNeal is very special to the wrestling industry. He works extremely hard with his team, providing services like photography and videography, all out productions, and helps get these promotions and these talents out there. And but I'm not going to tell his story for him. Of course, I'm going to let him. I'm just so thrilled to finally have him here because he has so much to offer the industry with that. But that's not where it stops at all. He's also the manager of some aspiring talent, some very well seasoned talent. Right now, he's currently the manager of NC-17, as well as the establishment, which, Victoria, we have had the pleasure of seeing at SNPW a couple times now.
Yeah, that's right. And it was always great to see because they are very talented. Not to mention our guest, Billy. Come on, he kills it out there every time.
Well, that's just it. So not only is he the man behind the scenes, but he actually is out there and with his with all these other talented gentlemen, and we absolutely love his character, his energy, his vibe. You will too. We know it. I mean, it's no lie, and definitely we haven't been keeping it a secret that we've admired his work for some time now. We learned about Dex Block pretty early when we came on to the independent wrestling scene here, which should tell you right there, it should speak volumes for him that, the minute we were here talking to people, we knew about Dex Block Studios. Isn't that right, Victoria?
Yes. Oh, hold on. We might have to steal chat really fast before we get too more deep into this.
Okay,
really fast.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
I am so sorry. I was like going for and listening, but we kept getting swept away here. Hold on. So you got Steve Stanton jumping into here saying good evening, ladies.
Hello, Steve.
Then we had Denny Howe hopping in here as well saying hello, ladies. Hello.
Hi, Denny.
We got Cindy Hillier hopping in. Hey, girls. Hey.
Hey there.
We've got Ashlyn coming in. You say woo woo. Billy is Nacho Libre voice the best.
We are inclined to agree with you, Ashlyn. Hello.
100%. We got Tristan coming in here saying yo.
Hey, Tristan.
Steve Stanton saying bring back our truth. Now that I know Michelle is going to hop on with you 100%. Don't get her fired up already. She will go on a quick ranting spree. I'm telling you now.
So anyway, independent circuit.
Breathe, Michelle. Breathe in and breathe out. Then we had Eric coming in. Okay. And we got Eric coming in here saying Billy Neal is God. Yes. I can agree with that.
Yes.
I can see it. I can see it. Okay, I'll give it back. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to
No,
interrupt you, Michelle.
no, you are absolutely fine. Thank you very much for that. But yes, as I said, unfortunately, just due to just unnecessary means, we didn't have the opportunity to really get to know the gentleman. But all that's irrelevant now because he's backstage. And what do you say we bring him on?
I think it's about time to.
Hello, girls.
Hey there, Billy. How are you?
Oh, I can't complain. I don't do much of it anyway. I got way better fishing stories.
I agree. I agree. Well, thank you so very much for being here. This is so long overdue, and I just can't put into words how excited we are to be able to have the time with you this evening and finally get to talk.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Thank you. Before we even jump into it here, our chat has been popping, and it looks like since your arrival, we've got more to say. So I'm gonna let Victoria take over again really quick.
Oh, why, thank you. Oh my goodness. Yes. Hold on. Looks like I thought I was ahead, and then I was like, nope. Okay, so we had our Anthony's hopping in here saying hello, gorgeous ladies.
Hello, Anthony.
Thanks, Anthony.
And we actually had him say Sophia's prize from Gino Told You So showed up today.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. I can't wait to see it. You make sure you send me a picture.
We need to see that. I cannot wait. I want to see what it is because Michelle did show me what she picked out, so I don't know. She wouldn't show me. She said I had to wait.
Nope, it's our secret. Now you can see it. She has it.
Okay, sounds good. Then we had Tristan come and say McNeal, put some respect on his name over here,
Oh,
correcting Eric.
Tristan, that's misspelled.
Ooh.
Put some respect on my name, Tristan. You used to work for me, for Christ's sake.
Oh my goodness.
Please talk about be ill. Yee. Well, Eric, Dex Block's story and be ill kind of intertwine one another.
Oh, here we go. Get Cindy popping up some love really fast. Hey, Billy, we love you.
We love you back.
Oh my God, we got Ashley coming. McNeal, Tristan. See, they corrected right off the bat.
That a boy. That a boy. Eee.
And then we've got Eric. All hail King Belly.
Oh my goodness.
Got to bow down.
I'm about a duke, maybe a duchess. I don't know.
Alrighty, please, you can have the floor back, you guys. I am so sorry, but we are officially caught up for a moment here.
All right. Well, since you have a breather, we will go ahead and take back over, but feel free to let us know when you get have enough there to fire off. All right. Well, Mr. McNeal, correct me if I'm wrong on this timeline here, but now you were providing services for wrestling promotions prior to managing talent. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. And now Dex Block Studios, tell us, where the want and the love to do what you do, where did it come from?
Well, a bit always had an affinity for photography in general, as well as videography. I've had a music career in which I dabbled in a lot of videography. I had a career in extreme sports where I dabbled in a lot of photography. So that's where kind of the sports aspect of it comes from, really. And, you know, like I said, I built the business and then kind of thinking like what direction to go with it. And wrestling just sort of fell in my lap through a few connections. And then it was like, it was highly adaptable because I'd already done something like X Games and extreme sports. It's like surfing, skateboarding. I was videographer for a lot of different companies in Hawaii. And when it came time to step up to this, it was like I just kind of took it at the same approach. I don't treat it like a sporting event. I treat it like an action sport, you know. As I feel like it's more like an action sport than, you know, even the theatrics of it and, you know, the caricatures and all that. at its heart and soul, it's an action sport. I don't think many people view it that way, but that's always been my mentality on it. And since like I mean, I could do weddings and stuff like that, and we do weddings and stuff like that, but the thrill is kind of lacking with the absence of action.
I
Like
said, not very action packed at all.
yeah, there's the heartwarming sensation of like, oh my god, these people are getting married and I filmed it, and that's awesome in itself. But there's like something special about capturing a moment while near missing like a trash can being thrown in your direction. Like you just kind of there's that bit of adrenaline that comes with it that makes it like all this more special.
Well, I agree, and even with you viewing the wrestling as an action sport, because it is. I mean, and the movement is always there. They're always on the go. It's high impact at times. So no, you're absolutely right. And about the trash can, I'm sorry, Victoria, but the minute he said that, I just got she got hit in the face with a rubber stage.
Oh, oh, you gotta go eyes behind your head,
I love that you
Don't
bring
worry.
it up any moment you can.
They'll come in at one point.
Yeah, 'cause we were covering an event for Ignite Pro Wrestling, and she was around getting the footage for our highlights that we do, and she was just there right in the wrong place. Got a snake to the face.
Oh my goodness. When was this? Did my team film that?
No, I don't think you were
think
there. This was
so.
back
Oh, okay.
I think it was no December. It was their December event.
Okay, we hadn't showed up just yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Right. Oh
Mhm.
goodness.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was.
Yeah, at a certain time I promise, like spidey senses kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean I get near missed all the time, and it's like if you film it and watch my reaction to it all, it's like I don't know, I fumble through, I guess. I fail upwards. Yeah, that's my secret. I just amble through, and next thing you know, I've just missed an entire travesty.
Right. Well, I was going around once, and the ropes were a little loose, and I had actually, as I was going around, one of the wrestlers was running the ropes, and I did get hit, but I tell you what, I wasn't like anything happened.
Oh man, I've had my clock cleaned by a rope.
Were you?
Yeah, no joke. Broke my glasses and everything. Like,
Oh my
wow,
gosh.
cleaned my clock. I was like, wow, that was like seriously getting hit by a person. I had to pick up the pieces for a second. It's very rare that like I'll stop shooting no matter what happens. But that one I had to take a step back. I was like, "Hi, Chikangawa, that was bad."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. Steel cables are no joke. I was like sitting there praying it'd be a nylon rope. Nope, steel cable.
No.
Yeah, it cleaned my clock entirely.
Oh,
Yeah,
totally worth it. Totally worth it.
What was that?
I said it's totally worth it.
Yeah, no, the shot I got was good. I still managed to get the photo. So then I had to like nurse myself for about like a minute before I could get back in the fray. Luckily, they were just doing a little bit of chain, so I didn't really miss any high spots. Had everybody on the side like, "You want to get swapped out?" I'm like, no, I think I can. I'm just trying to get the vision back in my left eye.
That's all. So you can see what you're actually supposed to be shooting.
Exactly. To this day, I carry spare glasses to every event.
I don't blame you. But you got to get in there. That's how you get those shots. And you got to keep moving because they're fast.
That's the thing. I think I crossed beyond a threshold that like your average photographer or videographer won't go. I'm any given Sunday, I'm sticking like $1,000 equipment right in the line of fire.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm also a wise businessman and I have insurance.
Yes. Well, but still,
But like I welcome them to break it, really.
It's new equipment.
I can file a claim.
That's right. That's right. How long have you been doing this?
Crepes. About 4 or 5 years now.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
I know we've seen you all over. Would you care to share some of the promotions that you worked with and the locations? That way everyone knows where you already are, and then perhaps maybe share where you'd like to expand to?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Currently work for Elite Pro Wrestling and they operate out of like Washington and Odin area, like sort of like a little more northern Indiana. Man, this is a tough one. There's a lot. All right, I think I'll go in like order of like maybe our connection. Generation Next Pro Wrestling, which operates in quite a few venues all throughout the central Kentucky area, like Georgetown, Paris, Cynthiana. There were a couple other ones, but that's primarily the ones. Shout out Max Sled, Larry D. Oh, and shout out Steve Mitchell from EPW. So there's Hooligan Championship Wrestling, which it's Aaron, and Thomas. Shout out Aaron, and Thomas. Out of Evansville. Amazing people. We've got Ignite Pro Wrestling. Shout out Garrett. And my goodness, the other one's name evades me. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm so sorry.
It's Logan.
I haven't actually showed up to the establishment just yet, although my team has filmed a couple of their shows already. I will be making it this weekend, so I'll see you soon, boys. And I can put some faces to some names. So that's been exciting. Like we're at the point where now I can send a team out to do what it is I need done, and they can bring me back my vision to recreate. Currently work for Grindhouse Pro Wrestling. Shout out Too Tough and Reverend Ronnie. We work for Soy City Wrestling. Shout out Yoder. We just made our debut in Nashville for Pro Wrestling Symphony. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. Nashville is a crazy town to drive in. Everybody, just whoa! I was using all my near miss powers on the highway, all of them, every last one of them. So my goodness, Total Chaos Wrestling in Evansville. My goodness. Oh man, you would ask me this. This is tough.
Yes,
I know I have it written down somewhere. I swear. I'm sorry, everybody.
You weren't expecting me to ask for your resume?
Like, I love you all. I should have sent a resume via Indeed or something. Oh, okay. So yeah, and then like a slew of promotions in the past. Like we worked for Refocused Wrestling, DPW, Wrestlers Helping Others. Yeah, just a slew of promotions. SMPW, we've done a little media work for them. I do mostly character work down there, but
I know.
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite things to do. Like some people go to bars and nightclubs. I go just be myself in a $300 suit.
It is a fabulous suit.
Yeah.
I know I have said that, and I will tell you that every time I see you.
Beautiful.
I don't even consider that one the nicest one, you know? That's like Easter Sunday suit. That's it. What I like is a versatile suit that I can go do everything in.
Understandable.
Those become my more favorite ones, you know? Like I can like walk it down to the, you know, the 8th hole of the dog leg down at the country club, or I can like split out, go have a business meeting in it, or just go have a cocktail in it.
Oh.
Versatility.
Ms. Victoria, I see a lot of action over there in chat. So do you want to pop in while we have a second here?
I would love to, because I am getting tackled over here, it feels like. Okay. And to make sure I'm checking all platforms here, I gotta jump everywhere now with us being so spandy today.
I know, you're correct. So right ahead, hon.
Okay, so we'll hop back up here. We had Ashlyn coming in saying, "Don't feel bad, I've climbed a ladder and a nicked up a few times."
Oh yes, she has. Ashlyn is one of our forward camera personnel.
Okay.
And a lot of times at the show, you'll see a girl in a black skirt with stars all over it, and leggings that look damn near like wrestling gear. That's Ashlyn.
Okay.
Yeah. She had an aptitude for filming. I kind of noticed kind of early on in knowing her that she had a zest for like taking photos and snapping little videos of like her dogs and her pets and stuff like that. And I just kind of like, you know, talked to her a bit, and I was like, you know, this could be so much bigger than what you're doing. And with a little bit of hesitation and a lot of coaching, I've not only gave her the platform to do it, but the ability, as well as she was able to do basically a clone of the way of my style of filming,
Okay.
which is kind of the hardest thing to do. Like, I can give you a camera and I can give you pointers all day, but you got to have something like in the gut that like gives you the near instinct of like, all right, I'm going to stop this and I'm going to film this, like, or and I'm going to move the camera this way, or I'm going to dynamically pan in this direction. It's something in your heart tells you to move when you need to move, and she's been able to really pick up that raw talent rather effortlessly. In the matter of months, she was able to just help me put out like amazing products.
That's amazing.
So
And
shout out to Ashlyn, forward roamer, and
Yeah.
I also believe
You
that
know
girl for the
what?
future. So
Shout out to Billy McNeal, because nowadays it just seems like there's so few people that want to share the knowledge and have more of a cooperative mind than a competitive mind.
yeah,
So shout out to you for seeing that talent within her and not seeing her as a, future competitor or anything like that, but knowing you have the information and the education to share with her to watch her grow. And I think there should be a lot more people like you. So
well,
my shout outs to you.
it's about being able to perpetuate the art, really. Um, I've been told so many times that the way I do this is so askew from the norm that it creates a super immersive product that like the at-home audience absolutely craves. And that can't be nothing. Like, I know this makes me sound obsessive or something, but like that can't be nothing. That's got to be something. And if it's something, it's got to be shared, or
I
else it's
agree.
just going to die with me. And that sounds bleak. That sounds more bleaker than someone being able to build a business and then eclipse what I do.
No, I agree.
There have been people who tried. I've taught people some things and they thought they could do their own little mini Dex block, and bless their soul, they've all gone belly up. And I really do feel bad like for that, because I was like, I really wanted you to fly.
Right.
Yeah.
But it
With one
all
person.
comes around.
Like most of my life, I've only ever competed with one person, and that's myself.
That's the way it should be.
I don't feel like trying to compete with my fellow person is like, it's not sustainable. It's just something. It's an Ouroboros. It's a snake that eats its own butt. Like, it'd just be a constant case of me lash at you, you lash at me type thing. Instead, we can just come together and build something stronger, grander, and more different than anything else that's ever been seen.
Right? No, you're right.
Looks like there's more chats, eh?
I was gonna say, Victoria,
Yes.
how you doing?
Like, I've been trying to keep
I'm
up
great.
with,
It is building. I gotta actually scroll back up to see where I left off. So hold on. Okay. So we had Johnny B joining in the chat saying hello, ladies, and
Hey,
Mr.
Johnny.
CEO.
oh, thank you. Okay, I was
There
gonna
you
say
Don't think calling you
Get 'em.
ladies again.
still haven't
He
become a
got
lady
you.
just
He
yet.
got you.
Cool, thanks, bud.
There you go.
CEO will be fine. Mr. CEO was my dad's name.
Here we go. We had Dave Taylor there. I think I still have a shirt signed by Billy from when I went to the shows in Belleville area. That's awesome.
Nice.
Hang on to that. When I kick the bucket, it'll be worth something.
We had LVK get out of the chat. Okay. If you're not only going to come in the chat to tell me my screen froze, he said, what's up? Only here to tell Victoria that her screen froze again. I'm never going to let this man back on our podcast because he can't stop with that my screen froze.
Man.
Where? If you can send me the clip where it froze, I'll believe you, but it did not. It did not.
He's going to start screen recording.
He's screen recording nothing. It is not lagging at all. At all. Okay, we had Tristan coming in here saying, Ashlyn is awesome. From what Billy said, it seems like it. That is amazing. I love that.
Tristan was pretty awesome in his own right, too. He and his wife used to work for our company in the, like what I call the rebuild days. Great people, honestly. Just fantastic to have around. in them helping me really helped me like expand the methods that I use for filming these matches and shows in general. So shout out Tristan and Ashley, as they're better known as the Stanleys.
Okay, now. Oh my gosh, hold on, guys. Gotta jump back 5 minutes here. Sorry. Okay. Then we had Johnny B saying LBK about to beat some you know what this Saturday. Ooh, they're hyping up that event coming.
That's right.
Oh, see, we've got LBK even coming back and responding to Johnny B and saying, you already know, bro. Gotta school this rookie.
Oh my goodness.
My
There's
we
politer
have-
ways to school a rookie. You win more bees with honey, LVK. Have you ever heard that, lad? Give a lot of honey, and like them bees will just come, bro. Like you'll be sick of the bees. I promise. You'll be just addled with the bees.
Thank God, because listen up. We got Gino told you so in here saying Michael Anthony, show it off, tag me. Yeah, I want to see it. He's got to post it. Come on.
Yes.
Because now I'm all excited. Let's see.
I can't wait to see it.
Johnny B said, oops, well, still hello. And he's saying that over to you, Billy. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so LBK is laughing at the fact that he's now no longer allowed anywhere. He's no longer allowed. Let's see. Oh my gosh. See, how am I still falling behind? I'm reading. Oh my gosh. Well, we put Billy. What did LBK say now? What's up, CEO? Tell Victoria her screen froze again. She's not listening to me. You can't now just go to our guest LBK and think it works that way either. It doesn't work that way.
As much as I like to solve problems, LVK, I would like to get called back to the show again. You know, so I don't want to make any waves. I like famously don't make waves.
Let's see, Denny, how did they do things for AFU?
Who's AFU? And a Fight Underground? Yes, I did, as a matter of fact. Death matches? Oh my God. Oh my God. The children that love those shows, oh my God.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. Hold on. I've got some questions around what you've seen, so you just wait. Hopefully he's gonna spill.
No, I didn't forget SMPW. And a small tidbit, one of the first venues I ever went out there and filmed ever in Dex Block step into the wrestling world was at an SMPW show for Chase Nally.
Really? Okay. See, I think that's great because Strictly Insane, they were the first promotion to open their doors to us when we started this for our homeschool. So that's awesome.
And Sam Cosby like directly asked for me as talent down there too, which was super flattering because I was like, man, he knows I just push cameras, right? Like, okay, cool. I don't have to stay in my lane right here. This is neat. Like I can explore other lanes. Awesome.
Yeah.
God-given, I just want to do versatile things.
Yeah, that's it.
I love when the opportunity comes. We've got Aaron from Hooligans coming in here saying, can't stay long, but Billy and the crew are amazing. Billy is always styling and profiling.
Thank you, Aaron. You're a GOAT, bro. You're a GOAT. You're putting on shows that are just insanely stacked, if I should say so myself. Dummy stacked, as the kids say.
We've got to get out there. We weren't supposed to go, and then we had issues with the vehicle, so we didn't make it at the time. And we've got to get out there.
That last ladies show, just off the chain, groundbreaking, historical, magnanimous. These are just a few adjectives you can use.
Yeah, we'll get there. We're going.
Yeah, we gotta find somewhere. We gotta find whatever day we're like, gotta nail it in.
Yeah, well, I was looking at their October show. I was kind of excited about that one.
I am too, because it's got like a whole spooky Halloween vibe. I'm sorry, Aaron, I'm going to be using a lot of spooky, scary Halloween assets.
Lacey's giving you a warning.
I'm not. It's not uncommon that I don't do that. Like if you get to High Spots TV, shout out High Spots TV. You can watch the whole GMPW catalog. Yeah, we did a Friday the 13th show. on Friday the 13th, and trust me, anything that could go wrong went wrong in that show. I think I even wound up in the ER later that night.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
my
I'm constantly
goodness.
doing it. But I all of the assets that I used from there on out were literally from the film Friday the 13th. So everything was kind of spooky and blood drippity and like real, just real kind of bit macabre. But it was like little assets that would come up with the nameplates with drip blood and stuff like that. Just cokey little stuff. I even drew like a little Jason mask for the whole ordeal and all that, and turned that into a digital asset. And we did a Christmas show. Two of them, as a matter of fact, and both of them just got themed with Christmas assets. I like to make something fun for the audience to watch. You
I
know?
adore him. I adore him.
I know.
We are
I know.
all
I
about
love this
theme,
man.
So
I just
We just
don't,
love
like I
this
said,
man.
I want my product to stand out from the next product so bad, you know?
yeah.
And there's just things that I notice that don't get done, like holiday themed shows. And when they do get done, like it's always so special to me. It's
Yeah.
like you know, when you watch a show religiously, like they have episodes every single day, and that's fun and whatnot. But then there's a Halloween episode or a Thanksgiving episode or a Christmas episode, and then like all of a sudden the episode is like a little more special than the rest
Oh
of the
yeah.
entire series.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah. So when given the opportunity, I completely do it.
Well, that's great. I love it. I support that
I love that so much.
150%. Yep.
I love that. And then you did the whole Friday the 13th theme. That's so cool.
Oh, I
I
know.
love that.
Yeah, I encourage you girls to check it out if you get a chance. Like,
No, we
it
will.
was
Yeah.
kind of special in its own
Absolutely.
right.
Oh,
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm going to steal the chat here really fast. I got two more, and then I will let you take away. We got LBK. Okay, I'm out. I'll see you guys soon. I can't enjoy the show while someone's screen is froze. Not going to name names. Bye, LBK. Good night.
bye, LBK.
Oh man.
Give him a minute. He always pops up. He says he leaves, and then he shows up again.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was gonna say, you know what to say for the kids come up, man? It's inspirational. I came from the gutters.
come on, LBK. Just ignore mine. It's fine. All right, we got Jimmy Harris Sr. coming in. What's up? Hey, Billy.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, I am caught up. You may have the stage again.
All right. Well, you know, being behind the lens, you're literally the eye of the event. So what I want to know is what I kind of touched on here just a little bit ago. And what are some of the wildest moments you have seen inside and outside of the squared circle as the camera media person?
Oh my goodness. I think one of the wildest things I've sat through were definitely a lot of those. That person who mentioned AFU was a lot of those Anafight underground matches. Death match is not for the faint of heart. I love deathmatch fans. Don't get me twisted, guys. Do not get me messed up at all because you guys are crazy enough to come find me. Not get it twisted at all. Love you guys to death. Holy gosh, that is just some of the most gut checking type like things to like say. I watched that stuff go down and I'm like, that takes a serious courage check. See this bulb come in and go, okay, I'm gonna juice this. Like, holy crap, you guys. Like, my hat's off to them because never in a million years would I step into the ring like that. One of the wildest things I saw was, I would have to be like Mickey Knuckles almost losing her eye at a CCW versus JCW match with her, Too Tough Tony. I wasn't up close in my usual thing as I was filming a documentary for the death match itself. And so I had like a nice close-up view of it going down, and I love this lady, like, you know, like an auntie. Like, to me, she's a special person. So like when I saw her head come up and just this no exaggeration, puddle of blood, like full from it, like everything in me sunk. You know, I had that moment where it just zooms in and I'm like, oh my goodness, am I filming the death of my friend?
Yeah.
And then I remember having to kick out of that feeling to keep the camera rolling.
Right.
And a whole part of me had to like detach from what I was doing. I always tell my crew, keep an eye on the viewfinder and an eye on the action. I had to put both my eyes into the viewfinder just to warp the reality of what I was watching, because I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, I love that person like family, and she is bleeding all over the place. And my brain started calculating how much blood is in a body, how much can it fly on, and oh no, 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 no. It was just everything in me sank. And then to see her get up and to start doing her thing again and just kind of working through it, I was like relieved and still stressed for her. As like that was just something I was not completely prepared to see, which, you know, it sounds a bit funky, as it were, because like I knew what I was going into and I knew what I was going to be looking at, but it didn't take its shock value away at all. Didn't even soften the blow. Yeah, just scared the crap out of me, really. And then we wound up taking her home, and she bled a little bit in my back seat on the Corinthian leather. She'll understand that joke. I was just making the joke all night about them not bleeding on the Corinthian leather, and she.
Oh, Victoria.
I bought them on nice things.
Did you want to take over and chat fast before I continue? Because I did see you. There was quite a bit popping again.
Yes, I will snatch that really fast here. Let's see here. We got LBK saying he's still here. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Told you he wasn't going nowhere.
Thank you.
He said it. All right, we got Ashley coming in here. Death matches are hard. Talk about the fire that almost killed Spider-Man.
Oh my God. Oh, you're gonna gridlock me like that, Ashlyn. You're gonna gridlock me like that. All right, so there was a show. It was a Halloween show. I was dressed up as Spider-Man. I'm a very convincing Peter Parker, by the way. And I am wrestling Spider-Man. That was the first nickname the fans ever gave me, because I would do things like slide on the ring, get up, get a shot in the ring, and then 360 off of the apron onto the floor to then run back around, do a knee slide for the action that was happening on the floor. So for my high velocity go-getterness for getting super tight shots earned me the name Spider-Man. Why you see Spider-Man stuff everywhere. All the fans get me this stuff. I'm a grown man. I'm not going out and buying myself Spider-Man merchandise. That's no, what? No, everything you see is stuff that was primarily provided by fans. They gave me the name and it kind of stuck, and then they just started getting me plushies and everything. So one year for the fans, I straight up bought a no bullcrap Spider-Man costume, like the Lycra spandex deal. Very self-conscious the entire night because of just second skin. Everything's real skinny. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm wearing a Spider-Man suit and I'm ringside shooting the photos, and then there was a fire table spot, and they had activated the table using isopropyl alcohol instead of something like lighter fluid, which would have burned off a little bit. You know what I mean? When you spray it on. Rubbing alcohol, on the other hand, is very volatile.
Yeah.
More flammable than your traditional Zippo fluid. So they used rubbing alcohol in the spot and set the fire, and then someone had kicked the alcohol bottle to the floor near the item that had started the fire. So it just spread. And then someone came through with a brilliant idea to just dump a bottle of water on it. Alcohol is water soluble. It spread the fire. So me being me, I didn't leave the scene. I grabbed a door and I started throwing the door on the fire and trying to stomp it out, all the while in a Spider-Man Lycra suit, never realizing for a second that could have fused to my skin and really messed me up. But I thought more about the fans, you know, and the people that were in the ring. I didn't want anyone to get hurt, so if it stops at me, it stops at me. That was the mentality. But yeah, I almost got burnt up ringside. I'm still here. Tell my dad, I'm still here. Don't worry.
He's still fine through. Here he is.
Apparently, we do need to worry.
I fail upwards. That's all. Not a god, just a regular man who fails upward.
Oh, let's see here. Let me just spin it back here really fast. We've got Denny Howell saying, I love my death matches. That
Oh man,
do
Danny.
know of.
Ooh, brother. Oh, brother, I'm scared of you in general. Deathmatch fans are hardcore as hell.
Mhm. We've got Ashton. I did film that spot with Knuckles, zoomed in from the top. It was insane. Ooh.
Oh wow, yeah. So from even the crow's nest camera, it was very visually graphic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was heart wrenching. I thought I'd lost a friend that night.
I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah.
Fine stuff. Oh,
We've got Cindy who did death matches are cool. So much respect goes out to them. They all deserve ovations. Yes.
Yeah, like I said, it's a gut check to sit there and rely on that person to just go ahead and bop you with something that otherwise is dangerous, or to, just every aspect of death match to me, it takes a higher level of wanting to entertain somebody.
Yes. Let's see here. And then last one here, and you can go ahead and continue hitting him with some questions. It was just LVK saying, no, I'm not. I left. Yep, LVK, you totally left, and you're no longer with us. That's right. Got it.
Got it. It's just the ghost of LVK talking to us right
Yep.
now.
Yep, he's not actually here. These are all like things he had already said, I guess. Whatever he wants to say. Okay, go right ahead, Michelle. We are all officially caught up, probably for like about 5 minutes, but go for it.
all right, here we go. Now, in the past, you and I have spoken, and we touched on the importance of timeliness in producing a finished product.
Yes.
Now, so of course, that's so that it effectively is, serving the promotion within those time restraints that exist from when the event ends to when the next show is, which, let's face it, is typically a month sometimes away. Not all, promotions have the opportunity to run bi-weekly or weekly. But what I want to know is, what's the hardest part of juggling the content and the editing so that it does meet that level of professionalism that you're so, well known for?
Let's say the hardest part of it is just getting it in my head that as soon as you come home from the event, that the job hasn't stopped. Okay. That bell rings, that ring gets torn down. For a lot of the workers in the industry, they go home and that's it. They put their feet up. That's the end of the show. For me, it doesn't stop there. It has to continue on. As soon as I touch ground and get back in the studio, I've got to immediately be on it. So as soon as I get home, usually I dump all memory cards into the hard drive or the editing computer, and pretty much get to work almost immediately. And I tend to spend like 12 to 16 hours chopping up the video to try and maximize my turnaround time. Likewise, I have a few helpers in my pocket who can do things like sizzle reels, highlights. They're pretty talented at it. So I can take that off my plate and start delegating that over to other people, you see. And then about, their turnaround starts to increase. My turnaround increases if we all just work together. So in a lot of instances, I tell my clients a month, and, that's a safe bet, because a lot of people, it's what it's going to take them. But this is my actual job. So I don't really it's nothing to dedicate all my time to it. And it's such a beautiful thing to me. It's like a visual puzzle that I get to put together of moments in time. And there is some moments that aren't as pretty as others, and I have the ability to do away with those. I'm not going to mention who, but I'm just going to say there's a bit of movie magic that goes into what I do. But I'm capable of altering time and space itself in this realm of editing. So, like I said, that's probably the key to my success is as soon as I get home, for me, the show hasn't stopped. The job isn't over yet. I've got to push this product out super fast. That way, after a show, the show still has a bit of sizzle. The audience is still reeling from it, or they still have the ringing of the amplifiers in their head. And in order to keep the attention of them, you've got to be able to capitalize on that experience that they just had. And doing that is by pushing out a product to remind them, hey, you remember that spot last weekend?
Yeah.
Like, well, here's some photos to remind you. Or, hey, you remember that really great ladies match last weekend? Well, here's a video to remind you. It keeps these companies on the tip of their tongue, on the forefront in their frontal lobe, you know? It's hard to forget when a few days, maybe a week later, you can watch everything you saw live, but in the comfort of your own home in angles that you couldn't achieve.
Right.
Because, you know, if you're sitting near the entranceway, right, and someone powders out and there's action on the ringside commentary side, and that just happens to be, you know, lateral to the entranceway, you don't really get to see that as an audience member.
Right.
But I bring that to you as an at-home audience member.
What you do
Our
when they go there,
mission statement in general is capture everything that happens, absolute maximum coverage.
okay, and I'm glad you added that because that's going to exactly go along with what I'm about to say here.
Right.
The way I look at it is this: when they go to the event and they're there, they see the action. When you put out your product as you do, you tell the story. So they're able to, yes, go back and recall those moments while they were there and see what they missed, see a different perspective.
Yes.
One that they would have never known existed if you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Watching that home products as well as, you know, the highlights and vignettes that we create to further push the storylines that you witness in ring. So like things start to make sense. You're like, oh, well, that's why that match went down, or that's why it went down that way because of this feud over here. Or these two fellas has been beefing for about a year and a half now. I know now because this guy just summed it up in 2 minutes with a, you know, a Dido song.
Mm-hmm.
I use some out of the ordinary music, just FYI. Yeah, like I put together this we did a ladies' night for GMPW, and my approach when I talked to the team as soon as I got the cards home, I was like, all right, guys and gals, I want this to be as mainstream as effing possible because it's a ladies' night.
Yeah.
Ladies wrestling holds a special place in our heart as it's an underdog of the sport.
Very much so.
And I'm sorry, I don't care about no top dog. I care about underdogs because I am one. I was one. I spent my whole life as an underdog, and I found a way out. And it's my responsibility to pull other underdogs up. Otherwise, I'm no greater than the people that held me down. Not by a mile, not by a long shot. I believe that, honestly, like wholeheartedly.
Me too.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think about all the times I was ever underrated or anything like that, and it hurts, but it seems to hurt me more when I watch other people be underrated. It's like a very mentality of like, throw your fire at me. That's fine. I can take it. Don't you go throwing fire at other people. Not with me around. You've got a perfectly good target. Don't mess with them. That's why I can't feel for ladies' night. So I came in and I said, we need the most mainstream feel possible. And I mean, we picked kind of the most stereotypical songs you can put in a ladies' night, but damned if it didn't really like click with people.
And that's what counts.
Yeah.
That has to resonate.
Yeah. So we used like a Perry Katie. Help me out here. Katy Perry? Okay, that was the girl. Someone gave me the record and I did the editing. Okay, I didn't know anything about the music. I'm kind of a square peg when it comes to that sort of thing. You can let me hear a song and I'm like, who on earth is this? Katy Perry. So I did a sizzle video to our women's champion at GMPW to, you know, a song like that. You know, in an industry that's kind of dominated by very aggressive music, I feel like softer stuff can fly too, because it shows a juxtaposition of like passion v violence. If that makes any sense.
No, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'd make a sizzle video to like, like Chopin. There's that juxtaposition of violence and beauty. It's a duality in all of us.
You're not wrong.
Do we got any more chats?
I would say, Victoria, how you doing, babe?
I'm doing good. I was letting him finish because, yes, I was going to jump back over here super quick.
Okay.
We've got, let's see here, LVK saying, I'm back. What did I miss? I don't know, LVK. I don't know what you missed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
In a nutshell, LVK, I do it for the streets. There we go. He'll know what I mean. It summed up everything I just said in one statement.
There you go, LVK. He's got you. We had Denny Howell coming in here saying that he refed a Madman Pondo match.
Oh, my word.
Ooh,
I've filmed and photographed a few of them.
Definitely brutal.
100%. Ashley coming in here saying this level of professionalism is what got him Director of the Year from Grindhouse Pro Wrestling.
You're going to embarrass me like that. Well, I feel like my staff is just putting me on blast right now.
They're coming for you.
All right. All right. So some cats get wood and plastic as a trophy.
Right.
I got a hunkin' chunk of crystal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pure crystal. I earned Director of the Year this year.
That is absolutely amazing.
Shooting for
Congratulations.
Producer of the Year. Max Sled, Producer of the Year. Producer of the Year. Everybody climb in Max Sled's inbox and tell him I should be Producer of the Year. I've been making his videos for 2 years now.
Okay.
I have a hard drive filled from 2023 to now. Producer of the Year, baby.
You have our vote.
This one is special. This is literally the first and only trophy I've ever gotten in my whole life.
Really?
Right? Yeah, I like so many aptitudes, but like I said, I've spent a good portion of my life being underrated. Like a lot of people look in my direction and they're just like, I don't know. It's despite me just being like trying to sit there and glow and be like, please. I get underrated at that. And it's kind of like I said, I was an underdog most of my life until I was able to like climb up and do just what I want to do. So this was the first and only trophy, but they kind of messed up because now I have a hunger for them.
Keep coming.
Like now I have a taste for it. Now I want more.
Of course.
I was about to enter the state fair and see if I couldn't get a blue ribbon of some sort.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I'm gonna grow tomatoes or something and win a ribbon. Like, I'm obsessed now. Thanks a lot, you guys.
They've got him hooked.
It was something I could live without up until I had one.
He's addicted.
Like I was A-OK until they got me one. Oh, it's a strange addiction, girls. Never get into it. My goodness.
Oh my goodness.
We got
You got Tristan coming in here saying hashtag do you smell what the block is
Do
cooking?
you smell what the block is cooking?
There we go. Yes. Beautiful.
I think that smell is honestly Jimmy Choo or Jean-Paul Gaultier. And probably Cherry Car air freshener. I'm basic.
My favorite.
Right? It's a go-to. You can't screw it up.
Right there with you.
Got our other board. LVK is laughing at what the CEO said and just giving me the shock face of Victoria. Well, next time don't leave. It's on you. All right, let's see. Here we got Ashlyn saying, I'm getting paid per comment, right? Laugh my ass off. Just kidding.
Getting paid per comment. My God, that would rack up.
That's why she's in here. She's going to keep it going. She's like, yeah, I'm getting paid per comment.
Trust me.
Then she came back in here saying Generation Next Pro Wrestling Producer of the Year. Laugh my ass
I've
off.
got to. Just behind the scenes type stuff, I can alter time and space. I deserve it. I don't mean to toot my own horn because I'm not very good at it. That's why I sound stupid right now. But yeah, I alter time and space. He'll know what it means.
Well, we've even got Tippy Howell coming in here saying that you should be Hall of Fame, Billy.
Oh my goodness.
Put you in the
There
Hall
we
of
go.
Fame.
No.
That's not a bad
No.
idea.
There's a thing about that. Unless there was something like that was specifically like production. I don't know. I argue that because when you hit the Hall of Fame, it's like you've mastered, and I don't want to master. I want to continue to always be a student of what I do. I don't ever want to like feel like I've maxed out my ability, because to me that's death. Like, as soon as you can't grow no more, then your aquarium gets, you're closed in.
Right.
That just doesn't sound like life to me. I grew up being told very masterful things by people from an old world, and it was things like that you're always a student of your craft, and as soon as you've mastered, then there's nowhere to go. You shouldn't be in your craft anymore, and I don't ever want to be not essential to the industry. And it's just it feels so cold and lonely to think about it.
It's a scary thought to think that there's a cap, a roof.
Yeah,
It's
dark. That is a stark reality. And
yeah.
anybody out there who thinks that, where they're at, that's the cap, no. You have a ceiling, and you're free to break it whenever you want. That is your God-given right, is to break that ceiling and be better than you can ever be. It's in all of us. Such phenomenal creatures filled with BTUs of energy. How on earth could you ever think there was a limiter? How on earth?
Right.
Yeah, it's a head scratcher.
For some, a little harder than others.
Well, no, I try to be encouraging to everybody. Like, even if I walk up to the person and they seem like they've got just the blankest look on their face, and it's like, McFly, are you home? I'm still going to tell that person, baby, you can be better. I got you. Because I truly believe that. I truly believe that. I've seen it happen with my own 4 eyes, and it's just a phenomenal thing. I've watched people who were told they couldn't walk. Watched people who were told they couldn't speak, say my name. And most beautiful moments of my life is watching what I consider to be active miracles. And that's people pushing their own boundaries.
Which is rare.
Destroy barriers. It's what I do. It's not for everybody. I know some people don't take it well, but I don't think we were meant to be bound as humans, as creatures of this planet.
Wouldn't be so vast if we needed to know just so little.
Right?
Victoria,
What?
how we doing?
Oh, right.
So this is our thing. I'm going to say something deep and prophetic, and then we'll go to chat.
There we go. Well, we don't have chat. We're fully caught up, so we gotta
Keep
spin
you from getting
back
missed.
to you. We are all caught up with chat, so we'll spin it to Michelle this time then.
All right. Now, you and I have spoken before about your character side. So we are going to switch personas.
All right.
And in our past conversation, you had mentioned to me that there was a fine line between Billy McNeal and Billy Williams.
Yeah, it's almost pencil thin.
Okay. Well, what I want to know is what part of the authentic Billy inspires Mr. Williams the most?
Well, a truly self-made individual. I'm truly a self-made individual. I found my fortune during the pandemic, making a few logistical moves in the stock markets, and I was able to raise enough finances to set myself up for a while. And then in doing so, I saw the potential of being able to take Dex Block Studios, which was already in existence, just never on paper, the next level, and actually legalize it and start paying taxes and all that good gravy. Billy Williams is the type of guy that is pertinently polite at all points in time unless you push him too far. And that's where the persona and myself can't blur a bit, because I really try to be super polite. This isn't it's not a put on or nothing. You know, you win more bees with honey. I truly believe that in my heart of hearts. I believe in wonky stuff like hope, you know, and it's without these things, I would have crumbled years ago. These are things that I cling to that keep me, you know, in my positive standing. And most people have a hard time believing it, but I used to be a super negative person. Like I was the type of person that a cloud was over me and I could ruin even the most lovely of moments by my presence alone. And it got very lonely and pensive to be that way. And one day I woke up and I drew a line in the sand and I said, you know, we're going to try this a different way. We're going to try and look at this the bright side. Because coming up the way I did, it put a lot of anger in me and instilled just heaps of anger. And it would ensue into just being just an all-around horrible person, you know, like was not too much fun to be around. My friends were all jerks and so was I. And like one day I just kind of woke up and I was like, I'm tired of this poison. It felt like I was carrying a whole boulder on me. And the day I thought, well, I'm just trying to look at this from a different angle. I like lenses. I fuss with cameras, you know. At that point, I remember I was doing tourism photography, which sucked all the life and art out of photography. Would you believe it? There's a form of photography that feels like killing cattle. Yeah.
I would have never thought that, no.
It's called tourism photography. You stand outside of the tourism spot, go, hi, family, smile, click, bye, family, hi, family, smile, click, bye, family, soulless. No art, no zest, no passion. And for me, I feel like passion is what keeps me alive. I have a fire in my belly, as they called it back in the day. And for whatever reason, try as I may, there's nothing that can extinguish it. There's something just every time I feel like I'm down and out and I can't get up, something forces a kick out and I can't put my finger on it. But I get to thinking that it can't be not nothing. There's got to be something to it, or else it wouldn't happen. So, in all that, I just kind of decided that I wanted to be better to the world. And a lot of times people in the everyday realm, yeah, treat me like it's just like a put on, like it's a gimmick. They try to poke holes in it and stuff like that. And they just... Sorry, I think my assistant is moving dogs about. I have 4 beautiful babies. I love them all. I'm a father of 4. So, my word, where was I? It's a problem of a beautiful mind. You'll lose track.
No, you were...
So,
no.
Yeah, I decided that I'd be better to the world. And a lot of people in my everyday life and like in the working world and stuff like that, they try to treat my politeness as some variant of like put on. Like people have tried to poke holes in what I am and all that stuff. And it's just, as Billy Williams, people accept it. They just take it at face value. And then what's more is they applaud for it. They applaud for a gentleman. They applaud for a guy who would put his jacket down over a puddle for a lady. They applaud for that guy that I know you girls miss. They clap for him. They cheer for him. They tell him, keep going, lad, keep going.
We've heard the pop.
Special because I want some of these youngins to look at the kind of astuteness that I keep to myself and always know that I came from the gutter. I came from the trash bin, basically. The first meal on my own at 16 came out of a dumpster after 3 days of starving and pumping myself up to do the most shameful thing I ever had to do in my whole life that has stuck with me to this day. It's one of the moments that drive me. Is survival was my everyday thing, and I don't have to survive anymore. Rather, I thrive. And I want to inspire people to do the exact same thing, because I get to factor in that if there are 10,000 of us who are all self-made and able to do what they want with their lives, well, they could very well scare the powers that be. It's a whole Tower of Babel situation then. I just want to inspire folk. Like, you can be me too. Like, you just got to take the moves to be, you know, a little more polite, a little nicer to people, put people over. It does nothing to save a person from themselves. Nothing. Like, I've never once lost blood over doing for others. I've never once had a bone just snap in two for doing something nice for somebody. If it happened, I'd be the first one to tell you. I'm like, don't do that. Your bone will fall off. It's crazy. Look at that. That used to work once upon a time.
Well, and I think that right out there, that's the fuel of that, whatever it is that you can't put your finger on. That's fuels that chase. And to be honest with you, I hope you never can put your finger on it, because I think you have a lot of chase left in you because of the things that you have endured. And I just hope you, no offense, but I hope you never find it.
Oh.
Just keep going.
I'll keep the search going, and
That's
I'm sure
right.
if I find it, I'm kind of squirrel brained enough to like forget where I found it, and then just start the search all over again.
Every
Sometimes I
day's a
can
new
watch
adventure.
movies like 2 or 3 times, like it's the first time I ever saw it.
But every day's a new adventure.
I'm gonna love being senile. Sorry, no offense. Shout out to you know, the Alzheimer's people. Thank you. I love you. But I'm gonna have fun with Alzheimer's.
Oh, Victoria, I'm going to let you jump in so you don't get overwhelmed.
I'm gonna ask my
Yes,
assistant for water real quick.
Sure. I need to get a coffee pot back here. My coffee's empty.
Your coffee's empty. Luckily, I
It
still
is now.
have some, but I'm not sharing. Sorry.
Oh, that was a
It's-
rare
it's
occurrence. There
getting
wasn't a
sad.
production assistant to be found.
Nope.
Yeah, I had to go get my own water. Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh no, and there's no M&Ms in this green room.
no, it's a travesty.
I want specifically the brown ones.
Really? Why the brown?
Because it's chocolate. It's like chocolate on chocolate.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I get it.
Actually, I don't have a specific color. Like I'll just eat them by the handful the way they were to do. The way
M&Ms are
Dawn
M&Ms.
did. Yeah. Peanut butter only.
Okay. Oh, we'll remember that.
Flavor.
Now we know what to bring him.
Peanut butter
There we
M&Ms
go.
are the go.
Got it.
We got the
Now,
LVK.
write it down. Yes, we've
Yeah.
got LVK.
Again.
As he's saying, yes, he's saying, hey, Michelle, just wanted to say hey, and hopefully I'm not kicked off the show because of that technical difficulties from your on-screen partner. Great, LVK.
Hey, LVK.
He is not letting the screen freeze go.
Mm-mm. Ever since
No.
that first episode of Slam Stories, he won't let go of it.
You won't.
It wasn't even that big of a deal. It wasn't even like we were on air. But you know what? That screen glitched
No.
once and it was over. It was over for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Not lying.
There we go. We had Ashley coming back in here saying, talk about the difficulty of balancing being a manager and being a CEO of Dex Block Studios.
Oh my goodness. Scheduling conflicts are my biggest bane.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, because sometimes there's like events that I want to make so I can go show out and stuff and do my thing as a manager. But then, like, you know, companies have already booked me, and I'm a very like dance with the girl you came with fella.
Mhm.
So if you're first on my dance card, then it's like, ah, crap. Okay, I've got to dance with you. That's only polite. That's only the right thing to do. But then, like, there's a part of me that's still like, oh, but I want to go wild out and have fun. It's like when people go to bars,
He doesn't.
nightclubs, stuff like that, right? And I'm not gonna lie, when I was a younger man, I did a lot of clubbing and stuff. I was actually the cute boy in the club. But it gives me the exact same feeling as going and just having a drink after work or something. So like the managing thing is really beneficial to like my very soul and just keeps reminding me why I love this industry and why I love to do what I do on a production aspect. The balancing act is really tough. Like I said, it's scheduling conflicts are the hardest part, but I'm currently trying to build up a team that would be capable of just operating as an extension of my own hand in other areas, so I can then go manage and keep that afloat at the same time.
Yeah.
So, but the big goal is to basically build up enough to where I can cover several events in maybe a tri-state area, and all products are Dex Block derivative.
That would be phenomenal.
Yeah, that would make me something like an actual network all on my own.
I love that.
But yeah,
That's so cool.
it's a tough balancing act, really. I have to miss out on venues that I could be managing in, because again, if I'm booked for somebody first, I'm going to absolutely keep my word to them.
Right. Absolutely.
This business is very derivative of gentlemen's agreements.
Right.
A lot of just, you've got to operate off your word. And I've watched too many times where someone falter just a wee bit on their word, and it sets their career back. And I would hate it. Is so more than like it setting my career back. I would just hate to disappoint someone, if that makes any sense. Like, disappointing another person just seems like the most wretched thing I could do, as I don't metabolize disappointment very well myself, I'll admit. Like, one of the worst things you can do to me is disappoint me. Like, I'd rather you just shoot me. Like, at least I don't got to think about it, you know? I sit there and lay like, oh, okay, this is it. But, like, when I'm disappointed, I think I feel it like a dad does, you know? It's like, I don't hate you, but damn, I'm disappointed. So I would never inflict that on someone else, as it's one of my least favorite feelings to digest.
Fair enough.
It's a good mindset. So we had to come back in saying Billy is the best man I've ever met. In our early days, he brought in a lady that was homeless and hurt on the streets. Despite the fact that she had talked negatively of him, he just wants the best for everyone, no matter who they are and what they've done. Hashtag Team Billy for life.
Aw. I didn't have to mention that. That was a little Jade. I really didn't have much at the time, honestly. I tell you the truth. Someone had just broke into my house and stole 23 grand worth of my belongings that insurance just kind of slept on me about. And so I really didn't have anything to offer except for a clean, dry place to live. And she had this pain pump in her back that was infected and going hard. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I looked at the wound, and all of a sudden, everything she had ever said to throw me under the bus or bury me just didn't matter. There was a human there. And it didn't matter how flawed the human was. My knee-jerk instinct is to take care of it, to fix the problem, to patch the hole.
Feel like you're doing your part.
And I shared very intimate moments with that young lady, patching her wound and stuff. It was a little gruesome. I've not really dealt so much with a hole in a person that was medically healed per se.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was a matter of sticking gauze in it and stuff, and it was just I got through it, but it didn't matter how how gut checking it was. It was just all I could think about was it didn't matter what I had at least enough to offer. And where I'm from, that's what we do. If we've got at least a bowl of fucking porridge, if we have a bowl of porridge, you gotta get it if you need it. To bury her or to leave her out there would have been a sin. I knew the person as a person, despite what they had said, despite what they had done in their efforts. They were still a person and didn't deserve being abandoned. I don't believe that. I'm very hesitant to give up. It's probably my biggest flaw. Is I have a hard time quitting on people.
That's that hope you mentioned.
Yeah. It's bare essential. Or it's go back to what I was, and that's not an option. Once you have personal growth, you can't back down on it.
No lie. No lie.
Oh, here, we'll hop here again. Let me finish up this chat and I'll let you go ahead. We've got Ashlyn saying, I hear a chicken nugget that just wants to be included in her father's work.
One of my dogs is named Chicken Nugget. She's our Dex Block liaison dog. When we do like outside events and stuff like that, we'll bring her with because she adores children and she's so good with people and stuff. Yeah. And everybody really likes the fact that her name is Chicken Nugget.
It's a great name. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Yeah,
a chicken addict, so I like it a lot.
Cute. She's like somewhere where a pit bull, a greyhound, and a whippet settled in the middle with a blonde brindle pattern.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, majestic, damn near. Runs as fast as lightning too.
Oh.
Yeah, and very obsessive about play. You can't throw a ball anywhere near her. She will play fetch until she literally passes away from it. So we have to give her a limiter.
Gonna cut her off after a few rounds. Alright. We had Tristan saying, got to get off. Love y'all, bro.
Love you too, bud.
Bye.
Not enough to stay for the whole show.
And then we just had LVK, all caps, saying never, responding back to the fact that he's never going to let me live down the one glitch, the one time.
Oh, that we definitely know.
Yes,
Boy, he gonna get
for sure.
Finding you.
Alrighty, go ahead, Michelle. You can have it. We are officially caught back up. No longer behind.
Well, next thing I wanted to touch on with you is you had brought up to me before that you have a sense of pride that you feel working with your teams, NC-17, and I was wondering if you'd be willing to elaborate just a bit more, if you would, about that relationship and what is it that has you feeling that sort of way about it?
Well, I get a sense of pride from the clients that I choose to work with because 100% the establishment was handpicked by this hand. And they're chosen because each of the individuals just have amazing personalities on their own. Like, aside from their capabilities in the ring, which are really friggin' good, they're like amazing people on their own. Like JP and DJ, they hit me off gates. Like, when I figured out that they were like a father-son tag team, there was a certain wholesomeness in that I could really vibe with. So they and we actually ran Extreme Championship Wrestling for a short spell together. I was doing their media, and I was also paying the boys and stuff like that. So I had my little dabbling in promoting as well, or at least co-promoting is what I say. I wasn't the promoter. I was only a co-promoter. But I saw early on that, like, JP, with his wisdom and his knowledge and his experience in the industry, had like a really good head for the business. And the only thing I saw was like, if that machine gun were just canted this way and fired in that direction, and I was able to do it. And bless their souls, they've picked up on some of my merchandising ability and marketing tactics. And I'm not ashamed to say that they're making good money at their shows now. Like, decent money. Their booking fees have gone up since we've gotten together. They've been able to sell merchandise hand over fist since we've gotten together. There's been nothing but just steady growth in them. And that's what I want to do for everybody in the establishment, is make them a SMPW household name, where you don't think of the company without thinking about these boys individually. The establishment logo, the banner, be damned. I want them to think about these boys individually. Marcellus Mack is such a great personality. He's like one of the funniest, like, low-key dudes I've ever met. Loves anime. That I don't agree with that too much, because I understand that anime is sweatshop labor. Anime is sweatshop labor. I will die on that soapbox. As an artist, it's important for me to not be slaved for what I do. But I love Marcellus Mack for his just low-key cool attitude and everything. And he's just a monster in the ring. And above everything, he has such a level of try hard. that you're very reluctant to find in a lot of people in general. And he just has this want and this burning desire behind his eyes, and I see it plain as day. And I really want to perpetuate that. And I mean, he's already on his way. He's got tons of merch out. He's doing the dang thing. And if that's the only thing I could provide for these boys is get them bookings, teach them how to sell their stuff, and never get a credit for anything, I don't care. It's elating me to know that my kids go home with money in their pocket, that I'm not like just a guy who's standing ringside with these lads. Yeah. I'm somebody who's in their corner genuinely in life. They can call me any time of the day. I have an open door policy. I have whole phone conversations with these lads just in our everyday world, just talking about big things in their life or deep things that happen. I was kind of, through the phone there for a DJ every step of the way of his newest child being born. So we welcomed a new Smooth into the family.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm here for all that, man. To me, my hook on this is like, I feel like it's more like the managers in the old school, yeah? They would be getting their lads, they'd be on the phone punching the dials to get bookings so these guys could get a chance to sell some merch, get some exposure, all that.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of management talent in the industry that doesn't do anything else save for just you're a glorified valet. You're not on the phone, you're not beating the sidewalks, you're not using the connections that you have to try and get them pulled into different companies or cross train them in other places and vice versa. You're just there. Whether you're entertaining or not, like it'd be cool if you are entertaining, awesome. But I feel like your job should be a little more extensive than that.
Right.
You should be in for the your talent more than yourself. I see like a lot of managers all too often, they're just kind of in business for themselves, or they're along for the car ride, whatever their motivations may be. I feel personally for myself that I need to be more in depth in their lives. I need to be more in depth with just imparting the skills that I know for pulling a dollar out of the dirt. It's like at the end of the day, that's my mutant ability in this world. And it's just kind of always been my thing. I can look down at a pile of dust and be like, hey, I found a quarter. Now, if I can get 4 more of these, I've got $1.
Well, you look at it as a true advisory role, and it is. And that's what builds the connection, which is going to feed into the rapport. And you can absolutely see that between all of you.
Yes. And like, I want to expand a little bit further. I'd like some female talent. Hint, hint, Allie Albright.
Oh.
I actually worked a tag match with her before. Her and Berto and Hippo. It was technically a 4-on-4 versus the Platinum Project down at a company called Wrestlers Helping Others.
Yes.
So I got to participate in a tag match with them. And it was one of the most mind-blowing experiences of my life as I got to win the match. I did the finisher and I got the roll-up pin.
Oh my goodness.
So
I was about to say, I
on
hate
the
to
book.
tell us who won, but yeah, there you go.
I'm on the books as having won a wrestling match.
That's amazing. And see, now that one would be
I
a
was
hard
blessed.
one.
Above everything, it was truly a blessed moment to me. Like, it was Berto, you know what I mean? Like, Berto's a huge presence in this industry.
Oh, yes.
A phenomenal talent, man, and such a great guy. And he just took me in. He took real good care of me. He and Allie. Allie just was, I love her can-do spirit on things.
Yes.
She's like, okay, bestie. I was just like, oh, okay, bestie. Like, she's just always down for whatever. And she's such a great person to work with. And she just, God, I could go on about that one child alone. Oh, she reminds me of my niece. Had my niece done an alternate timeline where she became a little lady wrestler. So every time I look at her, I well up with the feelings. And I'm like, oh, my baby. My child, get over here. Let's go beat somebody up. So the establishment is looking in your direction, Allie Albright.
I would be on board with that.
I've got a t-shirt that's in your size.
There you go. Come on, Ellie.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm planning on doing a Hall of Fame induction. And my Hall of Fame's coming with pinky rings, baby. Pinky rings. I mean, you could do the like college ring thing. That's cool or whatever. But I mean, nothing says zhuzh like a pinky ring.
Very prestigious. Very
Yes.
prestigious.
Lords and dukes and duchesses wear pinky rings.
Yep. The truth.
Mhm.
Oh, well, now here's where we're at, where I want to tap into the wildest moments of Billy Williams. Now, you're out there, you're ringside, you're right there between the fan base and the talent.
Yeah.
So, has there ever been any time where you've been just absolutely astonished by anything that took place on either side of you?
Yeah. Speaking on that, like I worked with Mickey Midas. I used to manage him in my early days. He's really the one who gave me the biggest push in this and imparted some of his knowledge on me as far as what I was doing. Also learned from Scotty Code, Lilo, and Anthony, the Canadians. I managed them for a little bit here and there, and they just would keep telling me, you know, if I'm doing wrong or if I was doing right, what I could improve on, where I could grow. And in those early days, it really mattered. But anyway, there was a cage match with Mickey Midas and Dee Jinx, actually. And shout out to Dee Jinx. Begrudgingly, shout out to Dee Jinx. So he like whipped him into the fence, right? And mind you, this was like the shakiest cage whatever was put together 15 minutes before the show type shit. They were tack welding this bad boy together as I was rolling up with my production crew.
Oh,
And
man.
I'm like, oh, well, damn. And so Dee Jinx got like tossed through the effing fence, and it all just kind of clamoring and connecting down on me. And then security and staff and myself was all trying to make this grand effort to put it up just before the camera could pan back to it, keeping the fourth wall intact while I was still in my suit. So I'm trying to be like, Mickey, holding the fence up. Like, yeah, buddy. Yeah, you get him. Yeah, it was a DDT, I think. I couldn't see. Hurry up and get this thing zip tied. I admit I was being a little brash to the security staff at the time because they looked at me like, you know, a deer in headlights. I was like, honey, put it back together. Duh.
Feeling the
Like, it's
pressure.
pulling apart on the whole floor manager. Come on. I can't live like this. We've got cameras rolling. Like, you're about to screw up the whole look of this cage if we don't put this together in 20 seconds flat. So that was like one of the wildest things, like in the ring. And one of the wildest things that happens outside of the ring, and this is going to get just a wee bit preachy, is some of the sheer hatred you can hear from audience members towards certain individuals. And it's not like a heel heat type stuff. It's whole obscenities, racial slurs, sexist slurs, transphobic and homophobic slurs. And I sit there the whole time with that type of trash bouncing off the back of my mentality, praying in my heart that my friend right there in the ring can't hear them because it was vile. And I would rather it fall on my ears than ever it make it to them because, again, I can handle fire. I'm at home in the fire. I just don't want my babies to have to endure it.
We've witnessed similar, so I understand.
It breaks my heart every time because I'm like, I know in my heart of hearts you're better than that.
Yeah.
And that is just such the, I mean, I love being a fan and I love heckling heels. Oh my God. Some of the things I say to them, absurd. It's been, you know, I've broke people's character with the shit I say. So I know for a fact that there is way better things that you can come up with to say, you know, attack their looks, attack their credit score, attack their Honda Accord 2002 that they just drove in. Anything, you know what I mean? Anything that it's just a lowbrow move to use what's easy. If that makes sense. It's in bad taste, poor form, and frankly, in the right match with, the right Billy Williams situation, I'll punch you. Job be damned. I have a bigger responsibility on this planet.
It's about respect.
Yeah.
Or the lack thereof.
Like these people come out here and they put themselves on the line like that for your entertainment.
Right.
And if hatred entertains you, you've got no place in this industry, man. This isn't an industry of hate. It's an industry built on love, on family stuff, first and foremost. Like above everything. So the most, wrestling has started as like primarily family. So to like bring your outside opinions, political views, and stuff like that into the built-in, it just got no place. We're here to have a good time and hopefully watch somebody execute a beautiful choke slam.
Yep.
Like, don't come screwing up my club like that,
No, exactly. It's exactly that.
I stand by that, man. And if we lose a door sale, I don't care. I'll buy it. Part of self-made, don't you understand? Like, if we lose the ticket, big whoop, I'll pay their ticket. I'll pay 2 tickets to keep them out of here.
Yeah.
So I'll double your money to get rid of the hatred. Sounds like a fair deal to me. Sounds like a great deal to me.
Oh, yeah. Keep it as toxic free as possible.
Yes. Do I agree with everybody? No. I don't have to. I'm a human. But do I dig it? Absolutely. Because that's what you do as a polite person, as a member of society.
That's right. Victoria, how's chatting?
I'm actually going to steal it from you as soon as you guys wrap up.
Oh, go ahead, love. Don't have to steal it. I'll give it to you willingly.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. So let's see here. Let's jump back up here to Ashlyn, who had said, we always learn firsthand how hard it is to promote for a show. We traveled over 3.5 hours to fly her up to be 50 miles out from a location at every restaurant and gas station. That was a long day. I believe it.
Yes. And I think we drew like 8 people. I really wish DJ and JP were in this chat right now. I could ask them that. I think we drew like 8 people. But the beauty of it was, like, I had spent so much on concessions, that come the end of the night, not only did the kids get an envelope for their services and entertaining the lot of us, but they got free reign of the concessions. So it was kind of a hot dog and a handshake, except for the handshake had some money in it and the hot dog had chili and cheese on it. So, people should really be pushing for Dex Block Wrestling, because my hot dog with a handshake comes with chips and fries. Just believe in feeding a human. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get more loyalty with a snack cake than you ever could anything else. I know what drives a human: hunger. And I'll certainly use that to my advantage. We make amazing pot roasts around here.
Oh, let's see. And then here Ashlyn came in again, and we even have a bed for wrestlers and staff who are on the road and need a place to crash.
Yeah. If you're ever in the Evansville area, I have at least a futon and a floor. If you're not too scared to do it like old school skater style, because that's how my early days of like filming and stuff, that's a bit how we did it when we went on tour, as it were. It'd be 8 of us piled up in a van, crashing all together in the same hotel room, sleeping on the floor, maybe find somebody in the area who had a flop house. We'd stay in the living room, all sleeping on the floor again. And then we'd get up the next day and we'd just try and film greatness. Try to touch the sky. And like I said, if you're not afraid to do it old school skater style, yeah, absolutely. We do provide a place for people to crash if they're in town and have nowhere else to go, type thing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Just, talent and production as well.
Yeah.
And very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. As long as you don't break anything, or, you're fine.
Spread the word on that.
And I don't want you just showing up for Tuesdays because you want the free sketty dinner. Come on now. I mean, I'd
Oh.
show up for the spaghetti. It's good sketty. But
And then we
I
actually
don't
have
want anybody else doing it. Selfish of me. I
taking
know.
his stuff here. Then we had Ashley coming in saying hashtag bestie Ollie Albright. And then we actually had her hop in the chat and just go bestie.
Hey! I love
She
you
heard
so
you
much,
talking
Allie.
about her. She was like, gotta get in there.
I love you so much, Allie, to the moon and back. You're like such a fabulous, fabulous worker.
We had an opportunity to work with Ellie last year, and she's so sweet. We absolutely love watching her in the ring.
Yes.
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 Every
She
time.
is great. She puts so much heart and soul into what she does. And I got to meet her family at her graduation. I'm gonna embarrass you a little bit, Hallie. Sorry. And my God, they were just like the loveliest bunch. And then, like in my head, I just sort of put Allie standing next to him. I was like, huh, okay, it makes sense.
That's where it
I've
comes
known her
from.
pops for a little while now. He's a super cool dude, and like it's just amazing to see the way they support her. You can tell that her family really is like such a motivating force in her life, and I can't help but feel some sort of way about that. It's wholesome in and of itself. I've got an affinity for wholesome stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely
Charlie Brown's
100%
Christmas
Ellie.
works on me, okay? When Linus starts saying that, oh, Linus gets me every time. Starts reading those Bible scriptures, and I'm all misty.
There he goes.
Then really fast, we just said Ashlyn, whenever you were talking about different kinds of insults they can throw at wrestlers, she was just saying you can't pay your child support or y'all play fights. I fight for real.
Oh.
Popping some hashtags in here.
Well, I see you lads
And
play
then
fight. I've had to do it for real. So if you really want to test your bravery, you can come up. It's fine. But I wouldn't try it. I wouldn't try finding my bravery with me. Like I can help you with your bravery. That's fine. I'll go to the woods. I'll teach you the ways of the forest. It's fine.
There you go. And then last one really fast, and we are officially caught up, it looks like, was when Ashlyn came in and just said some of my favorite Billy Williams quotes whenever you were quoting and doing as you
I was like, this guy owes back child support. His FICO score is 320. You don't got to say hateful stuff, You can attack their credit score. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
No, there's loopholes everywhere.
You might encourage them to bring it up a little, and then their family name has more standing. It's a great thing. Next thing you know, you're getting car loans and house loans. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's another thing I like to provide for my lads too. Financial advice. Just like a quick sidebar, I guess. At any given Sunday, I'm more than happy to sit them down and help them get on the road to a perfect, if not decent, credit standing, as well as just a little financial 101 type thing. One of my favorite, most pivotal teachers I ever had in high school was my economics teacher.
Okay.
He knew that even as a teenager that I had kind of a rough upbringing and stuff, so it was like even in high school, it's kind of on again, off again, homeless, yeah. But I still would just go to school because you're just supposed to go to school. And he knew exactly what was going on. As unbeknownst to me, and I didn't find out until I parted ways with the school, he had actually seen me one night trying to find a place to sleep. I was evidently just down the road from his neighborhood, and he didn't sell it. He didn't make a deal of it, but he would let me sleep in my first period economics class, at least for 30 minutes. And then he would wake me up for the rest of the hour and then teach me deep things about financing.
All right.
Because he wanted me to be able to change my situation.
Right. Sustain.
So Mr. Bratke, shout out Mr. Bratke, literally laid the groundwork to me ever being self-sustainable.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was, and that's why, like, a part of me really does want to give back and stuff, because it was like, if it wasn't for people taking pity on such a wretched creature as myself, that I wouldn't be able to even have this conversation with you right now. I would have been done for you a long time ago. And It's just, I'll be damned if somebody risked everything to leave our homeland and come here for me to just drop the ball. It just doesn't seem right. The sacrifice that was put forth was grand. I can live a little uncomfortable. It's a fair trade.
Again, it's that doing your part.
I believe in fairness wholeheartedly. To a fault again. Yeah. It sounds like just romanticized bullcrap, but it's just what I am. It's how I want to be and how I live I choose to operate.
Yeah.
You don't got to cut somebody's throat to come up.
Oh, no.
Never.
There's plenty of room.
Blood has to be shed. Save for your own, blood, sweat, and tears. But you got to be willing to be uncomfortable like that,
Mm-hmm.
You've got to put yourself in that uncomfortability. It's the only way you can grow. A spider leaves its shell because it's uncomfortable. A hermit crab changes conch shells because the one he's in is uncomfortable. And these are low critters that are incapable of imagination. What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
That's the question I pose to the human race. What's wrong with you? If a crawfish can do it, something that doesn't even have imagination, there's nothing stopping us, any of us. Limitless potential. I truly believe in it. And when I find it, I nurture it. It's the only way. The grass grows greener where you water it. And I just want to live in a menagerie of grand people doing grand things.
Well,
maybe for the next cat, but it was like putting a square peg in a round hole. I was always meant to do this. Think about all the years I faked the funk trying to do something different. And, I wrestle with the idea of counting it as time wasted, but it was time growing. So it can't be time wasted.
No, there was no opportunity wasted there. And you can see your passion. And I think that's why you are as successful as you are. And I just think that's incredible. And I can't thank you enough for, coming on and being so inspiring and sharing, because there's so many out there that want to achieve their goals, and sometimes they do feel like it's not going to happen. So I think you're a great role model for that. So,
well, to those people, I say just push and push and push. Don't ever let anybody make you feel ashamed for trying to push.
right.
Don't shut that crap down immediately, because you let that get in your head, and that can be a bit of poison.
Mm-hmm.
And sad to report that once upon a time it had gotten in my head, being told things like, "Oh, you'll never amount to anything but more than a trash man." And I didn't know at the time, man, I'd be so lucky to be a trash man. They make lots of money, but it was very disheartening. And like I said, I've had companies underrate me and stuff like that, and it broke my heart. And I almost gave up the block. I almost quit a couple times. And every time I get to that brink where I feel like, yeah, maybe I should just give it up, something just burns right through that idea. Mm-hmm. Just a screaming from within just says, no, they came too far and they risked too much, and it can't stop with you. It has to go further. I'm really preparing this like a Willy Wonka situation. One day I want to hand this candy factory over, but I've got to find my Charlie. And as soon as I can do that, I can move on to my next endeavor. And then Dex Block can still do what it does.
Yeah.
Just got to find my Charlie.
You will.
Oh, yeah. They're out there.
Well.
But I think it's like Charlene, honestly. Girls are kind of the future.
Or.
Yeah, girls are the future. So I don't think it's Charlie. I think it's Charlene.
Oh, well, Victoria.
Somebody who exhibits just the exact same want that I'm looking for. And that'll be the one who gets everything. And for the kid who got everything, all of a sudden, they'll live happily ever after. And I'll be proud to know that I caused that.
It's rewarding.
Yeah, this is bigger than me. Always has been, always will be. I don't think of myself as the leader of any of this. I think of myself as like the follower of it, you know? Because Dex Block is something way larger than any of us. It's a concept, and it's always been an idea, and you can't bridle that. It's impossible. And that's why I set it up that way, because I never wanted it to be chained down. To make something that could fly with impunity.
Gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving up.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to tell me twice.
Well, Victoria, what I'm going to let you know is that we are actually coming to the portion of our podcast where we play a game. So I was going to let you take over, wrap up and chat, and let's have some fun.
Games and things,
Yeah.
games and things.
Yes. Well, let's quickly spin to chat. We just had Ashlyn really just a second ago pop in and say, I'm looking to be your angel.
Aw.
Oh,
Oh, you're a sweet lady.
All
Get out of
right.
here with all that.
So,
No way, can't be tied down. I'm an international man of travel.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to be playing is Michelle and Billy are actually going to be going against each other, and we're going to see who has the most points by guessing what Strictly Insane Pro Wrestling talent on their roster am I giving hints to. So little different.
I like this variety. Usually we stick with the WWE. No, we're going with Strictly. Okay.
We are going and dipping into the independent.
Good.
Let's
good.
spin a chat super fast.
I care more
Hold
for
on,
the
Billy.
independent than I'll ever will the mainstream.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta show that love to them.
I've had the opportunity to step up in larger companies and such, and in addition to not, and I'm happy to report they can't afford me. In addition to which, I don't want my product chained down.
That's right.
I'm free to create whatever I want in this aspect, and that's what we're going to do.
That's right.
Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hit us with it, Victoria.
Okay. Well, let's spin chat super fast. We just had Taylor come in here saying this has been one of the best shows.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you. Had to say that really fast before we started choosing which hat number you guys get to play for tonight.
All right.
So I'm gonna have you, Billy, go ahead and pick a number 1 through 14, and we're gonna see who you get to play for tonight.
8.
8. Ooh,
8 is a magic
let's
number.
see. Let's see here. I gotta read. You actually get to play for. Come on. You get to play for Ashlyn, actually.
Oh God! I hope I don't let you down. Oh no! I hope I don't let you down.
Oh, the pressure is on.
Oh,
Work with
you
you.
feeling the pressure?
She's gonna stop listening to me.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty, Michelle, you're up. Pick a number 1 through 14.
Oh, come on now. 1 through 14, you know what it is. 13, please.
13. Well, you get to play for Steve Stanton tonight. There you go.
There's no one better. I am super excited for this. All right.
Congratulations, Steve. I think you've already won. Oh, you believe in me? I would do less believing if I were you. You know I am terrible with names. I remember faces to the day I die, but I am terrible with names.
All right, let me write this down. Alrighty. Should we let Billy go first or you, Michelle? Who wants to try to guess?
We can paper, scissors, rock for it.
I always let my guests go first. You know that.
All right.
Okay.
Just make that a part of the rules. Guest gets to go first because you guys have the home court advantage, you know.
That makes that
That is true. Don't worry, she doesn't get to see what I've wrote.
All right.
Gotta keep her lock back.
Sit under lock and key.
Yep, not allowed to have it. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start with a good one for Billy, shall we? We'll start with this one. All right. The first clue is he's incredibly talented in ring with his fast movements and hardcore style.
It's not Nick Depp, is it?
No.
Yeah, no, he's not fast. He just has the hardcore title. All right.
All right.
I guess. Oops.
Okay, so here comes that second one for you.
All right.
So now you can only get 2 points.
Oh,
All right, sit down, Miss Competitive Michelle. Okay, don't be already giving shit. She gets so trash talky. Okay, here's number 2. He's a fan favorite among the crowd, making him the headline of the night.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, come on.
Oh, shush. I'm horrible at this kind of stuff. I said I only compete with myself. So when you pick me up against other humans, I'm just trash. God. No. Is it any of my boys? My boys got hardcore style.
I think Michelle knows who it is.
Jiminy Crickets. Crap. I don't want to say it and make people mad. So mortified of this. Smoking Jay?
Smoking Jay? No, not quite.
The snot beat out of him a lot.
No, you only get 1 point if you even get right.
All right.
Here is your last clue.
Oh, no.
And that is, he's never alone ringside. He's always got someone sweet.
Lucy B. Sweet. Oh, shit. Because someone sweet is Lucy B. Sweet, right? A bit better with the lady wrestlers. Like, no sexism, I'm sorry. There's just a ton of guys. Crepes. Is it Mr. Flicklinger?
No.
Sorry.
So, do you think you know what it was, Michelle? You won't get any points for it, but do you think you know who it was?
Cody Clark.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
With Sweet Danielle.
Yes, ma'am.
Damn it.
And him being the headline of the night is because he's the headliners.
Oh,
Cody and Danielle Clark.
You're right. In all fairness, like, I had only got the bravery to start talking to them like a month ago.
Oh,
yeah, because I saw them together. I'm like,
they're the most awesome people you'll ever meet.
I wonder if they're a couple. So like the curiosity got me and I had to pry. I was like, oh, you guys are downright adorable. So I like sat there for 30 minutes just trying to vamp comedy with them and getting their approval for jokes. They were a great audience. They laughed at everything I said.
Love them to pieces.
Oh, those guys are cute. Boo, don't blame Nick Depp.
And then we had Denny Howell saying, can we try to help Billy out? Denny might have known who it was.
Oh, yeah, they can help.
Yeah. If you want to help him out.
See,
Billy could use it.
My fans know I'm more pretty than intelligent, so.
All right. Well, it is your turn, Michelle.
All right.
All right. Do you think you can do it?
Let's see. I know it.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
You know, I'm kind of tempted to give you a tough one from the beginning, though.
I'm about to get my
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go with this one first.
Okay.
He's young and gifted, but man, does he know how to get the crowd riled up and truly hate him.
I feel like I actually know this one.
Read it another time, please.
Okay. He's young and gifted, but man, does he know how to get the crowd riled up and truly hate him.
Young and gifted.
I'm gonna have to say Quizmaster is too much. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
Or Quizmaster is the devil.
And hated skill. Okay.
Denny House said Nick Deb. That's not it, Denny. We're not counting it against you, Michelle. I'm just saying.
No.
So there's your hit from Denny.
I don't. When you say young, and I'm not saying Nick Depp is old or anything. I just mean he's
Yeah, he's like a grown man.
He's been around. Yeah. So I don't think young. Already.
I think someone who's post high school, pre college, maybe first couple years of college.
Yeah. Come on.
I think Nick Depp is in the 401k area now. Shout out Nick Depp.
I'm trying to think of who the heels over there who are young, who are really hated.
Take your pick of 44.
All right, I hate to do it, but give me the next clue, please.
Okay. With holding a record as a 2-time champion, the crowd most definitely shows no respect.
That was not helpful at all.
Are you sure? I feel like you should have got it with that one.
That's how I felt.
I purposely made that one a little easier.
Oh,
come on, Michelle.
You got any help, chat?
Oh, Dimitri Staley.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, you're correct.
Woo!
You have me worried. All right.
Sorry, Dimitri.
I'm going to apologize now because you didn't get him sooner. Okay.
Demetrius, you got like 3 more months of that young and gifted crap. Then you're going to be a grown man.
Now we got to get different words here. All righty. Are you ready, Billy?
Yes, ma'am. As ready as I can be.
Okay. We'll go ahead. This one I think you can get.
Okay.
So here's your first clue. Not only is he a singles competitor, but he is also one half of a tag team.
It's a 2-person tag team?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't ask for stuff like that, can I?
Well, yeah, because otherwise I would call it maybe more of a faction or group. So this, yeah, with me saying tag team, it's a 2-person.
Okay, thank you. Would it be Mr. Rockman?
No.
Because he's a singles competitor and a tag team competitor.
Okay, well, here comes your second clue.
Okay.
All right. Number 2, he may be big and bad. However, the crowd is never shy to throw hate. You're very smiley over there, Michelle.
She knows the answer. This is easier when you're on the opposite end. It's weird. Oh,
I can repeat it if you want.
oh. Repeat it again.
Okay. He may be big and bad. However, the crowd is never shy to throw hate.
Is it Biggerstaff?
No?
Damn it.
So close.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here's your third clue.
Sorry, shut up.
Trust me, this man is nothing like his name, and most definitely not a friendly purple dinosaur.
Barney. It was
Yes.
the other half of that tag team.
It's Big Bad Barney.
Yeah. It was in the
Not enough anymore, Quick Roberts.
All right. Robert Ketchum.
All right. Well, you at least have a point.
1 point.
So
We're on the board.
it's still a
We're
point.
on the board. Give it the taboo.
All right. Okay, Michelle, you ready for this one?
Yes.
Okay. This wrestler may be one half of a fan favorite tag team, but he's also part of a bigger group. Mm-hmm.
Didn't know there were that many larger groups.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Part of a tag team, but a larger group as well.
Yes, a fan favorite tag team.
Fan favorite.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Billy's really thinking over there.
Her little hamster wheel's just going right now. Have an inkling?
NC-17?
Not quite, because I said this wrestler.
Oh, this wrestler.
Oh,
Oh,
well, okay, here comes your second clue, Michelle.
okay.
You wouldn't want to be on the other side of the ring with him, especially in a hardcore match, unless you like barbed wire coming at you full swing.
JP Smooth.
Nope.
What? Okay, then my brain is not clicking somewhere. Give it to me.
And then here's your third clue. When in tag team competition, he's definitely the high-risk competitor. You have to watch out, for he is simply too smooth.
Oh, DJ?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so stupid. So close.
You were half there.
I was.
You were. You just said the wrong smooth.
See, that's
Well, I got him
the whole
now.
family entailed. Oh my God. When you all share the same last name, things get confusing.
But you did get a point, though, Michelle. You did. And I hoped the too smooth would help you because he said that at the end of our exclusive.
That's exactly where I heard him. As soon as you said it, I heard him say it.
I promise we're working on mic skills as we speak. I promise. We have whole phone calls.
Really doesn't sound so happy with
I'm
it.
like, buddy, you got to give them a little more words. How you say it? Words. You've got to give a bit more.
Oh,
I can't be your mouthpiece forever.
gotta kind of grow with it.
He'll have plenty of opportunity because we're going to keep bugging them for exclusives. Let's face it.
I'm going to encourage you to, isolate them too. And you're like, we'll see how the training went.
We're going to test you out right here, right now.
These 4-hour, 5-hour phone calls have got to mash out to something. Line up my bills.
All right. Well, Billy, you're up.
All right, bring it on. Oh,
Okay.
here to embarrass
Here is your
myself.
first clue.
All right.
With his love for the fans and business, it makes him a star in many people's eyes. Are you already smiling, Michelle? It's the first clue.
Yep.
Is it LVK?
There you go.
Yeah, he got it.
Shout out, because the
There
streets
you
was with me,
go.
LVK. What?
We think you earned all 3 points.
That was a 3-pointer, right?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got 3 points.
Shug.
All right. That means it's time for Michelle's last one as well.
All right.
Let's see if she can catch up to Billy or stay behind.
Oh, Lord, I'm in the lead?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I don't want to be in the lead. It's a scary place. People are coming for you when you're on top.
I should have told him he was on top. Now he's all panicked.
Just we bet. I'll never show it, though.
All right. You ready, Michelle?
Yes.
All right. He's the leading man of his crew, and boy, do they know how to make an entrance with pure intimidation.
One of my best friends, if you can believe it.
OG Ugly.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't even have to hit you with it. It's about to get ugly.
I think that happened at birth for him.
Well, Michelle got a 3-pointer as well, pushing her in the lead with a overall of 7 points.
Dang.
Yay, Steve! We did it.
Huzzah.
Hey, you did pretty good there, Billy, for 4 points.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Absolutely.
Respectable.
There is no shame in your game here, sir.
No.
Like my 4 points at 90 miles an hour sure feels like 12 points now, doesn't it?
Oh, well,
Sorry, I hope
congratulations.
all the kids have left the show by now. I think we're getting into prime time hours, right? Adults only? Cool.
Well, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Again, different podcast.
Oh, my. Oh,
You guys
okay.
keep trying to mix them.
I'll wait for the coal on that one.
Oh, well, Steve, congratulations. Make sure that you reach out to us so that we know how to get you your prize, which is going to be, Billy, you know us here at Ringside Rivalries. We love to give away merch. Do you have some merch that we can give Steve?
Yeah, it's gonna be go ahead and say call it a Dex Block swag pack. It'll all be a bunch of little goodies in one little bag for you.
Oh, that's
A little
awesome.
bit of NC-17 stuff, a little bit of Dex Block stuff. All
Love
good
it.
items.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much for that. And we'll definitely get in touch and get
No
that taken
problem.
care of. Steve, please reach out so that we know again how to get a hold of you guys, okay?
Yeah, if it's for the best too. Congratulations, Steve. If Ashlyn would have won it, I'd have just stole everything from her. I'm like, give me that NC-17 hat. I'll take that.
Hey, it's good merch.
Yeah, it's wonderful merch.
Good merch.
Yeah, we really work our butts off to make sure it is. We sit and we have long conversations concerning it. We just want to put out the best stuff for the fans and the audience. And with it, not just they're proud of their boys, but they've also got a quality product.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. And it sells. We've seen the table. We've seen the table.
And that's literally what I want to do for this industry as a manager, especially is every person in my, within my help is just going to sell.
Yeah.
That's my main game point. That's my mission statement is put money in the pockets. And it's kind of what I've been doing ever since I rolled into this industry, is trying to help people put money in their pocket.
That's phenomenal, and that's what we want to see. Lots of support, lots of positivity spread. But
Yeah,
thank you.
been necessary.
Oh, well, Mr. McNeal, we have come to the portion of our show where this is where I get to ask what is the next chapter for both Dex Blocks and Billy Williams.
Well, Billy Williams, that's an easy one. Titles. Titles, 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 titles. As the type of character that I am to be a springboard from the middle tier to championship. With a character like mine, it's very akin to a Paul Heyman that you don't want to choke to death.
Okay.
So, he makes champions. I want to do the same thing. Nay, I will do the same thing. As far as Dex Block, we just enjoyed our debut in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
So we are now covering 4 states: Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, and now Tennessee. We've branched off in Nashville. We've made a few connections down there that's going to equal a little more business out in Tennessee area. Big goal is to make it to Memphis. Another big goal is to make it to Mexico, south of the border, as I have an affinity for Lucha Libre and have really wanted to get out there and immerse myself in the history and the culture of it for just an eagle eye view of, just what I find to be a fantastic side of this industry and this sport and this game in general. And I low key want to do a documentary and everything while I'm out there. I've got big plans for that. Just, lots of great things to come and more television products, just more and more and more. Visit your favorite streaming services. There's probably a Dex Block product there already. If you haven't before, check us out on Facebook, Dex Block Studios on Instagram. We're in the same thing on the TikTok, the little snappy videos the kids like. Yeah, the children squared me away with all the socials and stuff like that. Bless their souls. They knew I was going to get lost in the digital dirt, and they didn't let it happen to me. So shout out to all those awesome kids who have kept me in the loop. We're also Dex Block Studios on X. Any social media you can think of, it's Dex Block Studios.
And
if you yourself contact us for any events, and we don't just do wrestling. Again, like I said, we do family affairs too. One of our favorite things to do is to capture weddings and family moments and stuff like that. Anything from graduations and beyond. One of our friendly staff members are more than happy to answer your questions. Shout out to my staff members: Ashlyn, Kylie, Dakota, Brian, previous members, Tristan's, Ashlyn again. Without you guys, this would have never been a thing. I have the most amazing support system in the planet. That's my biggest flex. People love me and they want to see me do great, and they're willing to sacrifice their own time to do it. And that's the most moving thing to me, gotta bite my lip for that one. It moves me. It really does. It stirs my entire soul to think that there's people who look at what I do and they're like, yeah, I'm all in for this, and I want to help this guy realize his vision. I can't describe how great it is. I just can't. It's something larger than anything I've ever known. It's like God. That I take back what Eric said. I'm no God. The people that support me are.
They're everything. They're that backbone and foundation.
Yeah, I've only recently been able to enjoy something like a support system in my life, and I thank God every day that I have that. And I hold back this want to brag and just be like, my support system's better than yours.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with a little gloating sometimes. Nothing at all.
But that's just the kid in me. Yeah. What honestly fuels this juggernaut of a company is just support. Really just support. and it's always been. And as God is my
Always
witness,
will be.
it will always be.
Always will be. Well,
Yes,
we will
ma'am.
definitely make sure that everybody knows how to reach you. We will, at the end of the show, we will put up a slide that does contain all of your social media so that they can go ahead and access that.
You made
And
me
I'm
a
so
smile.
glad that you mentioned that you do more than wrestling because yes, we are, an indie wrestling podcast, but you do so much
So
more
much
and
more.
offer so
Yeah.
much more. So everyone, please keep that in mind when you are looking up Billy and Dex Block Studios. Well, Mr. McNeal, thank you so much for
Thanks for having
spending
me,
the
girls.
evening with us. It was such a great evening. I wouldn't have wanted to have spent it any other way, and I'm looking forward to continuing our relationship out there in the indie circuit and seeing
Absolutely.
what's to come. Hopefully, we can get you on here again, if not a whole bunch of our other podcasts, because you know us, we're always doing something different. You don't know what we're going to come up with next.
I'm more than happy to come and spend time with you girls.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
It really is a great opportunity to be able to sit and chat and really get to know and see where somebody's passion comes from,
Mhm.
because it gives it a whole new meaning, a whole new perspective, and it should show everyone who has joined us tonight just how inspiring it can be. So thank you so much for coming on. And before I let you go, chat is very important. I do want to make sure
Yeah,
Victoria
let's
has
chat. What's up?
touched on everybody.
Yes. Let me jump back up. We had Ashlyn pumping in here and just saying we don't just take photos and make videos. We also help design and create merch. Agree and go ahead and feed Billy. Yeah.
Yeah, she's right. I
That's
also do
awesome.
wrestling gear design. There's a lot. I've put a lot of designs on a lot of booties at this point. I also draw merchandise, logos, concept art, whatever. One of my longest standing hustles, as I call it, is been artwork. I grew up a very poor lad, yeah, but I also grew up a very poor lad with an affinity for the ladies. Now, a boy needs to furnish a lady a rose, does he not? I couldn't do it, so I learned to draw one. And damned if I didn't do better than the boys with the Mustang. So I would also sell artwork starting somewhere around my middle school year. I'll just sell my classmates artwork and stuff like that. So one of my earliest hustles really was just selling the God-given practice that I took, because I don't believe in talent. And it sounds rather erroneous, but talent is literally just an aptitude that's been practiced to the point that it's a skill.
Yes.
Talent, I don't, I consider folks talent, but I don't consider talent a tangible thing, because without hard work, talent has nothing.
Yeah. Sure.
So, like I said, I downplayed the art thing because, like, that's always been something I've done. That's my Tuesday. So, like, I tend to forget about it because I've been doing it since Thundercats. There we go. If that gives away my age a little bit.
Yeah. And we had Ashlyn coming in and just saying international, let's go. Again, hi with it. We had our Danielle Clark actually popping in here saying, hi, you beautiful people. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Danielle.
You're pretty as well, Miss Danielle.
Yes. And then we had Ashlyn just saying, this has been a blast.
No, she means she put me on blast. She asked the hard questions, Might have to
Hey,
get
she
that
had
kid
stuff
into
to
some.
say,
I might
okay?
have to get that kid into some form of journalism here soon. She asks real hard hitting questions.
She did well. She did
She'd do
very
good as a
well.
weather
Well,
lady. I swear. I think people would tune in just to see what she's wearing.
nothing wrong with that.
She's a fashionable lady. I got to give it to her.
Oh, there you go. Then let her be appreciated.
Game recognized game. I can't. It's the rules, I guess. Yeah. It's the rules. Yeah, thank you so much for having me, girls. This has literally been like the best way to spend an afternoon.
Oh, well, thank you. It was
Did
really
we
all our
break a
pleasure.
record on time?
Well, we're close. If not, we're gonna have to check. But I think you
We
may
could
have done
vamp a
it.
little bit. I could vamp a little bit longer. We're gonna
He's
break a
going
record
for the
with this
longest
one.
one.
72-hour chat. Actually, yeah, you girls should do that one day. See if you can't do like a marathon type show. Get a few days off and whatnot. I know you're both hardworking ladies. Get a few days off. See if you can do like a 48-hour chat, man. I mean, have it nuts. Have people take over at a certain hour so you can get some sleep, Miss Victoria. Then Michelle takes over for a little bit so you can rack
That'd
out
be
and
fun.
flip swap between the two. Interview 50 people all in a row. Nuts. Get some sponsors
Pop
linked
in
in
and
so you
out.
girls can make some guap. Easy peasy, beautiful. Like I said, I got a talent for pulling money out of the dirt.
We'll have to look into that. We'll see. Maybe we'll see if we can run it and do it. And we'll do some type of fundraiser with it or something.
Oh my goodness, that'd be wild. There's so many great benefits, and I've got access to quite a few people who are intertwined with a lot of wonderful organizations for like autism awareness, epilepsy awareness, you name it. Like I've got to connect with someone who's linked in rather well with those. Charity is another thing that I like to do. As you know, Dex Block has been out here. We've sponsored companies. We've provided money and items for charity shows. I myself have provided. Well, we've provided money for Down syndrome, autism, epilepsy. Every time there's some fundraiser going on in one of the companies, I'm more than happy to get into the ring and help them raise more money for the cause. So, we could definitely get something like that together. More than anything, this company does philanthropy as well.
Okay, no, it sounds good. We could definitely come up with a marathon of some sort and
absolutely
see what we can do.
I'd be willing to dedicate some time to it.
All right, let's talk on this.
And if you just let me edit video while I'm doing it, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
I lose nothing in the way of workflow.
We're going to have to entertain our chat people so that we get those views so we can make that money.
Well, I'll give them sneak peeks into the shows that I'm editing. Like, what better than that, to see the absolute process of how your favorite television show comes out.
I think that's a great idea. We'll have to come together on this.
Absolutely. Willing to get down.
All right. Well, until then, sir, thank you again. But we will finally let you go.
All righty, girls. You have a great night and appreciate everything.
Oh, you too. Thank you so much. Us as well. Good night.
Good night.
Oh my goodness. Before we let everybody else go really quick, let's pop up our upcoming event schedule if we may. Victoria.
Absolutely.
I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, 3, 4 times, however many times. Just please get out there and support independent wrestling. We've got some amazing shows coming up as early as it looks like Saturday, and looks like there's a bit to choose from.
There's so many.
So, but no, take a look, and we'll update it as quickly as we can as the dates progress. And of course, if we're missing anybody that you think we should have on there, let us know. We got do what we can to spread the word. So choose as many as you can and get out there and have some fun. Oh, and don't forget to buy that merch.
Yes, support those wrestlers just as much.
All right. Well, are we all wrapped up in chat before we bid everybody adieu?
I do believe so. Let me do a quick double check over here. Oh, come on, no. Looks like we're all caught up, it looks like.
Very well. Then that is my cue to say thank you so much to everybody who stayed with us, who came on, who spent any time with us. We appreciate any love and support that you show us. And we'll see you back on Ringside Rivalries Slam Stories in a week.
Yeah, and don't forget this Monday, we actually have something coming up. You won't want to miss it. Post-match parlor. You already know it's going to get crazy as per usual, but you won't want to miss it.
Yeah, no, you're not going to want to miss Monday at all. Monday, that's June 9th at 7 o'clock Central Time. We'll be going live with our post-match parlor with No Fold Pro Wrestling. We'll be recapping their last event, Mayhem in Murfreesboro. So save the date. We're going to be there. We'll be dropping more exclusives from that last event too. So it'll give you another idea of who we're going to have on that post-match parlor.
Yes, ma'am. Well,
All right, guys. Well, thank you again, and good night. We'll see you soon.
good night.